I was at the Shoppers on Sunday night trying to buy contact solution, and I noticed the girl in front of me, her hands were shaking. She was very jittery, and I just sort of like took a moment and just sort of looked at her feet. Her feet were really shuffling and her hands were just shaking. But I noticed her behavior reminded me of a place I had been in. And just looking at the line of people, I noticed the guy behind me had, I think, 2 or 3 boxes of Tylenol ones, which I thought was really strange, because those have codeine in it, and that's like an opiate. And there was a time in my life, probably 5-6 years ago, that I had taken a lot of that, along with sleeping pills and antidepressants and bottles of wine and stuff. But that was a point in my life when I was really numbing a lot of pain.
Well, no, sometimes life ain't what it seems. But don't you let it pass you by. What happened to that girl with all those fiery dreams? Did the smoke get in your eyes? Your eyes? Who stole the fire from your eyes? Was it a lover, a thief in disguise? I know someday Phoenix will rise. See the fire.
Like the lowest point, I think one day I drank like almost 2 bottles of wine, and I took probably like 30, like our equivalent to Tylenol 2s, and some antidepressant like lorazepam and some sleeping pills, and that was a really low point. But I got up the next day. I woke up because I didn't think of myself as a drug addict at all. I didn't think of that I was the same as somebody going on the street and buying it. I thought, you know, I got mine from a pharmacist. I manipulated a doctor to prescribe me really strong painkillers. And I was even manipulative and devious enough to change those prescriptions. And I like changed it to Tylenol number 3s, and from 20 to 50. But when you're an addict, you find out ways to sort of suit the way to nullify and dull your pain. But it takes a lot of like I don't know, there's like a light that you have to sort of hold on to sort of say that pain is worth dealing with. And there's a lot of people in a lot of pain.
Don't deny, I know there's something wrong, 'cause in your eyes seems the fire's gone. What's wrong? Who stole the fire from your eyes?
The amount of central nervous system drugs is staggering, and I think a lot of people are using and abusing those CNS drugs like antidepressants, pain medication, and sleeping pills to numb pain. But pain is good. Pain reminds you that you're alive. Physical pain reminds you that, you know, you need to take care of yourself. Emotional pain reminds you that, you know, there is sadness. You can't have joy without letting go of things. But once you let go of that pain, there's now room for joy to take it.
It's been a long time since I last saw you. No, I can't remember when. I know sometimes life can be cruel. You're not the same girl you were then. But don't deny, I know there's something wrong, 'cause in your eyes I see that.
It took me probably about 2 months to decide to change my life. Even though I was home, I didn't have like, I still had those problems with me. It wasn't the change of location, it was what I was still holding on to. And my marriage had ended, I'd left a job, I'd left my whole life that was in a different country, but I still had that pain and I wasn't dealing with it really well. Eventually you do sort of hear your story from what somebody else has gone through. And I think sharing that, I think, is the first thing that I could do. Because before I couldn't speak about it. I couldn't speak about the grief that I had without falling apart and dissolving to tears. I couldn't vocalize that pain that I had. And now I know there's strength in me to speak about that. And it's been a long road, but it's something that I know has been worthwhile.
Who stole the fire from your eyes? Was it a lover, a thief in disguise? I know someday Phoenix will rise. We'll see the fire in your eyes again. Who stole the fire from your eyes? Was it lover, deep in disguise? I know someday Phoenix will rise. We'll see the fire in your eyes